I came to China as a student. I came here in 2014. I did my bachelor's and master's, and I was lucky enough that I was part of a couple of the startups when I came to Beijing in our school. There was big competitions about entrepreneurship and innovation. I took part in some startup teams. I came up with an idea. I talked to friends and they said, you have a good idea. Why don't you go and take part in it and pitch in this competition? At least you will get some feedback from the mentors. I said, all right, that makes a lot of sense. So I went, I took part in the competition. Surprisingly, I won. And they told me, well, since you won a prize in this competition, they will support you to open your company. They will give you a cash prize. They will connect you with resources. And I was like, wow, I didn't expect any of this. But then I realized, like, no, in Beijing, there are so many platforms, there's so many ecosystems, there's so many initiatives that are targeted to help young entrepreneurs, to help international talents to go and build their businesses. What we focus is on entrepreneurship, and we create all the system and infrastructure to help people build their own ventures and build their own businesses, and we incubate and empower them to innovate. What we wanted to do is something that's not only for Beijing or China, but it's for the whole world. And Beijing is a window to the world. So it makes sense, if you want to build something international, you have to be in a metropolis, a diverse international environment such as Beijing. Beijing has become way more transparent. There's more access to information. There's more access to information about policies, industries. Too, there's a lot of unique platforms that supports and empowers entrepreneurs, high cool, high-tech. And I would say there's a very strong will to collectively support and welcome international startups in here. One of the things that I really appreciate about Beijing is anytime we have a concern, a challenge, or a question, we get the response immediately. For example, a couple of years ago, it was very difficult for international entrepreneurs to register their own company online because they didn't have access to English platform, or they couldn't put like their passport number into the system. And then this year, everything is done in English. People can use their passport to do the online registration for companies. It feels like the whole stakeholders, the government and the investors and the people and the companies are coming together to make life easier, to make business easier. And it kind of feels like a collective action to make things better, make life better. One of the things that I have realized, there's a big demand for China's technology across the globe. I think even this event and all these activities is a very good example of the world really interested to learn about the successful practices in China, the technologies that are being utilized, how China was able to reach its poverty elevation goals, how China is creating a sustainable environment. A lot of countries are hoping to learn from China and engage with China so they can use these technologies, these practices, even these businesses to also make their countries, their cities, their communities better. So going forward, we do hope to provide more exchange opportunities between China's startups and the rest of the world, and shares China's wisdom and technology with other countries, and at the same time localize it so China's solution becomes the world's solution.